The National Agriculture Research Institute is improving production of food crops through technology. NARI is trialing out Ibica or slippery cabbage using these new technologies. Kevin Dayonga has more on the latest technology and the breeding techniques involved.
Technology is fast advancing as we move into this age where science has, is and will be playing a major role in any developments. Weather systems have affected the food crops, thus affecting and changing the way of life for many. In this time and age where we all rely on technology for much of our needs and wants, Papua New Guinea has come of age and is already moving forward with the latest technology in the agriculture sector, or to be more specific, in the areas of crop science. The National Agriculture Research Institute has been playing a major role in the agriculture sector and is currently at hand providing much needed support for the people of Papua New Guinea. The Biotechnology Lab located in Bubia is expected to accelerate the agricultural research and developments in PNG by performing modern analysis in the country. It is currently contributing to capacity building for PNG scientists and researchers by providing timely personalized training and the protection of intellectual property associated with PNG's rich biological diversity. With regards to some of the latest developments and research projects undertaken here in NARI, genetic mutation is one of the projects embarked by this research organization to help the wider mass, one of which is the research center working on is mutating Ibica or slippery cabbage.
Radiate this one, so they brought it back, so we...
Meet Joel Pilon, a cadet scientist working at the Biotechnology Lab here in Bubia, a project funded by UACP doing a mutation breeding work on some of our indigenous crops in PNG. The project has chosen Ibica as a crop to work with. As explained by cadet researcher, there are two different ways of breeding crops. Conventional, which is the traditional way of breeding, and most recently a new technique, which was introduced to PNG for the first time, is mutation breeding. The science of mutation is already becoming popular around the world, and scientists have been mutating crops for various reasons. And here in Papua New Guinea, there is no exception.
And for the first time, we are trying to mutate this Ibicas here to find some tolerance to salinity.
Due to the issue of climate change and its effects on crop variation and stability in PNG, and 25 years worth of data have indicated that the relative seawater has risen to 0.17 centimeter per year in PNG, while in the Asia-Pacific region, it has risen to about 3.2 centimeters per year, thus affecting people's staple food in the coastal areas, causing a chain reaction in the ecosystem.
So this kinds of a situation have put us to come up with something that can really help our farmers back in the village breed crops that can tolerate those salinity level. When sea level rises, what would be the effect or impact on agriculture on our small islands in PNG and coastal areas? And Ibica is mostly cultivated around the coast of PNG, and these crops may be or will be vulnerable to salinity.
In order to tackle the issue caused by this cross-cutting factor, NARI has moved away from the normal conventional breeding to mutation breeding, in which chemical mutation is involved.
So what we did was we harvest all the seeds and then we treated them with that chemical, and then we plant those seeds again, and you can see all of these are mutants, and then we harvest the seed again, and then we screen those seeds for salinity, and the ones that can tolerate salinity, we put them together and we can evaluate them in the coastal areas.
Right now at Bubia, 4 varieties of Ibica have been chosen to do the mutagenesis in the Biotechnology Lab. And explained by the cadet scientist Joel Pilon, Ibica can be cultivated from the coastal areas right up to 900 meters above sea level.
Our target is coastal areas. So, because salinity will be mostly at the coastal, so we are targeting those sites.
The crop's growth and yield depends on the type of soil and salinity in the coastal areas. There are different processes followed when trying to achieve a healthy and better outcome, and goes through a lot of stages such as screening the seedlings before supplying them to the farmers. An expert says a mutation breeding approach is not a GMO or genetic modified organism, rather trying to accelerate a natural process, and says it's perfectly safe. With the chemicals, it advances the speed, so what we get in 100 years later are achieved using this mutation process. The project focuses on improving the genetic resources of Ibica and other crops by mutation breeding to counteract climate change associated risks, enhanced food security through preservation and improvement of genetic diversity of Ibica in Papua New Guinea.
We germinate all the Ibica seed here in laboratory. We find the level of concentration of salt, like seawater has 3.5% salt. So we germinate Ibica from 0 up to 3.5. And we see that now we examine which Ibica can germinate up to what level of concentration. The original, not the mutate one, the original parents. And then the mutate ones, they will germinate up to what percentage of salt. So if they can germinate up to 1.2% salt, this is a great success.
This mutation breeding is a novel crop improvement technology in the region, and once proven feasible, this method can be applied to other crops as well.
Kevin Dayonga reporting there. This is PNG Tonight. Coming up, it's celebrations for Panudao Islanders.